The samurai, a warrior class known for their fighting skills and honor code. However, the time of war and Japanese heroes, and the code known as the Bushido,
The way of the warrior. Bushido.
might not exactly coincide the way that I thought.
My name is Yoshi Amao. I've been training, let's say 30 years.
30 years?
I've been doing karate, kendo, iaido, and tate.
Hold on, pause. I didn't know this ahead of time. Yoshi's the man. Not only has he been teaching this class in New York for a long time, but he's also an actor. He's been on Shogun. He was on Conan once. His highlight reel is the coolest. Okay, continue.
Hold on your right side, and the left side is facing towards you.
Tate is Japanese sword fighting
Okay.
using katana. In this class, we're using just a bokken, bokdo, wooden sword.
And when he says right, we say onegai shimasu as you bow.
The first thing I noticed about this class was exactly how quiet and even stoic it was.
Loosen up your grip, and when you stop the sword, grab and squeeze a little bit.
There's minimal sound that shouldn't be heard. There's minimal movement that shouldn't be made.
Okay, so this time make kiai.
I'm typically someone who goofs around a little bit more, but the nature of this environment, while still enjoyable, felt wrong to do something even slightly out of place.
Heels together, open your toes 90 degrees.
I'd imagine that quote-unquote samurai stoicism comes from the sheer nature of the training and more specifically training tools.
3、4、5。
The katana is one of the most feared swords throughout human history, and while wielding it, you have to give it the respect that it's due.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。
And while maybe these are wooden, I don't know, wouldn't surprise me if you could still lose a digit. I know you can, but still. Oh, and also, if you're wondering, why are they looking forwards for so long? Why are they paused in this position? Well, it's because I was in charge of letting them know when they could relax. I kind of wanted to see how long they'd go.
Seth, you say cut. Cut. Hey, cut. Very good job. Very good.
But anyway, back to what I was talking about before. I think part of their demeanor being viewed the way it is, obviously this is all typical for Japanese culture. But looking from the outside, I think the gear is one of the biggest reasons the samurai are seen this way. Some of the most popular equipment in humankind. I happened to be walking around a museum in New York City, and guess what I found? Completely coincidental. But to see these big lumbering people in a mask that looks like this, it is terrifying, but also doesn't move in the face of danger. Because masks don't move. One of the greatest and most intimidating antagonists of all time was based off of these samurai.
Samurai sword.
Yep.
You have the same looking uniform.
Yep.
The armor pieces.
The helmet.
The helmet is the exact shape.
And speaking of gear that looks sick, if you want to support the channel, go to hayabusafight.com/Sensei Seth. Get yourself some sick boxing gear, shin guards, headgear. Look like a modern day samurai. They've got some of the best looking and longest lasting gear. They didn't pay for this video, but I am an affiliate, so I get a percentage off of whatever people buy. It is gear that I stand behind any day of the week, and it supports the channel. So if you want some, it's a great Christmas gift. Now you may be thinking, Seth, Darth Vader is nothing like a samurai aside from how they look. Well,
Bushido is a samurai code. It's
Okay.
very, very strict.
okay.
Yeah, there's actually 7 elements,
Okay.
like sincerity, and benevolence, brave. But it was made after Edo period,
Okay.
you know, because Edo period it's very peaceful, no more fight.
Oh, interesting.
So
So the
samurai
code
had-
was made after.
after Edo period. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
It's very strict, and
Okay.
samurai has changed to like a very noble, nice, and strong person.
Yeah.
And very big, good sample for other people.
Oh, okay.
But before that,
Yeah.
before Edo period, in the Sengoku Jidai, the war period. More fight and fight and fight. A lot of people fight. So Bushido code is so different.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So you can change. You should change your lord many times, like 7 times. There's one boss, oh, he's good. If you think he's good, okay, follow him. But someday you should change your boss. Even stronger boss.
So depending on who you were working for, your Bushido might change?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Long story short, they still had the values that you think of, but they were more than willing to get down.
Says upside down. So that's upside down. Yeah. Okay. Video knows that. Okay. Hey, bato.
That is embarrassing. But won't stop me from doing a sick montage.
下段、上段、ライト発想、ライト脇、ライト霞、上段、レフト発想、レフト脇、レフト霞、西岸、ストレートカット。すり足。レフトフロント、しぶり、斬新、ノート。Sorry, I screwed up the counting. Another one is coming. Boom. Avoid and counter attack. One movement. This time, nice and smooth, more real. Yeah. Dancing, no toe. Hey, hey.
So as the Edo period begins and Japan begins to change, the warrior class plays a different role. With war in Japan, lines were blurred regularly. Politically, ethically, even in whose side you were on. But in a time where no one is fighting, what's best for Japan is to have figures who have high moral values within eyesight of everyone, to remind people this is what you should strive to be. The practice started to go from bujutsu, which is military science, to budo, which is the martial way or the way of the warrior. Also beginning in the Edo period was kabuki. These were theatrical presentations that honestly kind of changed how plays were done. It's not uncommon for countries to go through dark periods and then come on the other side with artistical renaissances, because these forms of art are how you tell the stories of the heroes of Japan. One of the only reason we know who the 47 Ronin are because of one of these kabuki plays. Stories are the most effective way to tell and remember history, and doing it in a flashy, elegant fashion makes it all the more memorable. Now, most likely from kabuki came Tate.
Is that what this is?
This is tate.
Tate. I'm not familiar. So is the main difference between this and something like kendo?
Okay, this is tate is everything is choreographed.
Oh, okay.
Not serious fight. Actually, acting and sometimes artistic.
Yeah.
So let's say this is shibai acting.
Do you typically do demonstrations? Is it, do you go out in public and do this?
Yeah, we have some types of performance. One is demonstration. The demonstration, just a fighting scene, fighting. And the biggest one is like a theater play. 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and when we had the anniversary, we had a 2 hours show.
Wow. What's harder, doing the scripted or the more combative?
I'm always struggling with writing script and also making choreography.
Give a height so she knows.
Okay, right. That's 28.
And also memorize it and teach people and let my members memorize everything.
Yeah.
And actually rehearsal.
Right.
And then performance.
Right.
And showing to the audience.
Right.
So every part is not easy,
Yeah.
but very, very fun.
Hands off. I think these performance arts are incredibly misunderstood by most modern martial artists. See, most modern martial arts come in peacetime. You don't fight in a war. You choose to train and possibly compete. I mean, look at the sword. Nobody uses swords anymore, even in battle. All martial arts go through a period of overthinking, in my opinion, once they're no longer used for the purpose they were created in. Once you no longer need to fight, you can think and theorize more, and there's less real time to actually use it, which I would prefer. But like contemporary wushu, extreme martial arts katas, heck, Taekwondo, all of them have changed to become more entertaining, competitive. The sword in this case is not too dissimilar from the horse. When technologically superior options come into play, the original use of said item, person, style, they change. If they stick around, it is because it becomes entertaining, enjoyable, not because it is the most useful or effective option. The sword becomes rounded. So what is a modern day samurai?
Bushido code after Edo period.
Yeah.
That's what I want to spread out.
Yeah. I agree.
It's very more Japanese way,
Okay.
you know, polite to the people. Like the baseball superstar Otani Shohei, and he's like a Bushido person.
Oh, interesting.
Because he is so talented, but still very humble, nice to people, and pick up some garbage, and also working for the team, working not for his, data or for the team's victory, not for himself.
Do you think that if he was alive in the Edo period, that he would have been a samurai? Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm sure.
But with all that said, we've been practicing for about an hour now, and it's time for our final presentation of the choreography we've been working on. First up, the A-Team. And all right, guys, that's it. That's everything everybody did. There's no more. Okay, all right. I'll play mine, but you can't laugh. I tried my best. How'd that look?
That was good.
Cool.
That was good.
Don't lie to me.
No, you died good. You died real good.
That was a blast. It was so hard. I was so nervous and so sweaty. I had to wipe my hands off about a gajillion times. But how cool was that? That was so fun. I have a bad feeling this is one of those things where I think I look cool, and then afterwards I watch it back and I'm like, everybody else look cool though, so that's good.